Okay, these social media streets. Anyway, guys, if you become a specimen collector, take my course, right? You will be certified to do collections for both the Department of Transportation as well as non-DOT, okay? The Department of Transportation is going to be anyone that has a CDL license, okay? So anyone that drives a big truck, anyone that flies a plane, anyone that operates a train, anyone that does public transportation, school bus, they have to get tested every 3 months, random, reasonable suspicion, post-accident, return to duty, pre-employment. They have to get tested, guys. So no matter what, I'm going to tell you something. No matter what's going on in this world, no matter what's going on with the economy, y'all say going on in the economy. Well, no matter what people say going on in this world, when it comes to this industry, we're recession proof. I am recession proof. You have to make sure that you get recession proof. Okay. So guys, outside of transportation for DOT, even though non-DOT industries that are they're still legally required to stay compliant with workplace testing. So you have government contractors, that's non-DOT. They have to stay in compliant. If not, they will get hit with fees of $100,000. Hey, Queenie. Wait, let me get Queenie over here. Hold on. Hey, Queenie. So they'll get hit with fees, right? They apply for different they get big contract jobs for like over $100,000 in federal grants. So listen, tap in. Healthcare workers, nursing homes, they're state and federal regulated. So they're non-DOT, but they still have to stay in compliant, guys. You got schools, youth programs, correctional officers, juvenile justice workers. They have to be in compliant. I hope y'all are listening because I'm really trying to, I ain't gonna be on here long, but I hope y'all listening. Okay. Construction and trade jobs, they have to be compliant. Child care, foster agencies, they have to be in compliant. Court order programs, they have to be in compliant. Hello, DNA and family court services, they have to be in compliant. Rehab and behavioral health clinics, they have to be in compliant. So at the end of the day, guys, this industry is not going anywhere. So if you wanna get into a high paying skill that pays the bills, take this course. It is an untapped market, high paying skill. It is so untapped. I talk to people literally all the time that have been doing this type of work for other companies, but they didn't know that they can do this independently and start their own testing service. Guys, this is so amazing. You don't even have to get a building. You can be mobile. You don't have to have that high overhead. You can get start mobile. You can be a mobile tester and go to the employer's location to do the test. On-site testers are needed, right? They're needed because listen, y'all remember this, make a mental note of this. 9 times out of 10, businesses are out of compliance. They're out of compliance because if they get a notification when they get a notification in their portal, from the consortium that 10 of their workers need to go off site to go get a random test, if they got a project that they're working on, the last thing they're doing is sending their money. Let's keep it real. The last thing they're doing is sending their money away to go get a test. So this is why auditors exist. Auditors exist because people are doing things wrong, not because they're doing things right. Okay. So when you are certified and qualified. When you come to the locations, you're helping them. Listen, you're making sure that things are convenient for them and they stay in compliance. And you showing up, you are the hero. Hello, can somebody say hero? You are the hero. Okay. Not to mention, when you're doing DOT and non-DOT collections, guys, you're getting paid a pretty good penny. Okay. For DOT, we're charging $95 to $250 for DOT. For non-DOT, we're charging $55 to $85. After hours, listen, I used to say after hours charge $500. I used to say that after hours charge $500. Now I'm telling you, after hours charge $1,000. Listen, one of my students last Friday, she was called out. She was a first responder for a helicopter crash that happened in Illinois, Hartford, Illinois, right? So she was the first responder there. They contacted her. Why? Baby, because listen, if you available, you certified and qualified, you Googleable, baby, they contacting you, okay? Hello at 12:45 a.m. Hello at 12:45 a.m. And guess what? Guess how much we charged them? $1,800. Period. I keep telling y'all that these companies have money. You don't play around and shortchange yourself when you're dealing with companies, okay? Consumers have to wait until they get paid next week and next month. But when it comes to businesses, they don't have to wait. They got the money. And this was a helicopter crash. Baby, you best to believe we ran up a bag. Go to my profile, baby. I got it all on film, honey. Go. Baby, we was in Wake Up and Win. Y'all know we get up for Wake Up and Win. We on our Zoom at 5 a.m. in the morning. Go on over there, baby. We ran up a bag. Okay, so no 500. I need y'all to charge $1,000. Listen, she said they was trying to pay her before she left the house, and I'm glad she didn't get it because she was going to shortchange herself on that, baby. So we had to run up a bag. And guess what? This was her first time. Thank you guys for joining the fan. Thank you guys for the gifts and all the things, the great things. And guess what? This was her first time doing a test. Her first time. Guys, y'all have to get out of your head and stop thinking that no one will call you or you're not good enough and yada, 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 all the, negative things that come across your head. You do not have to entertain those things. You are needed in a space where no one is. Listen, this is an industry that no one is talking about. We do not have enough people talking about this opportunity. Okay. And I was talking to my husband today. A lot of these different opportunities, it was never meant for people that look like me to know about. But baby, y'all better get in here and stop playing. But now that I know, baby, I'm telling everybody. I'm coming on this platform and I'm telling everybody about it. Okay, let me get done. Okay, anyway, guys. So this is a self-paced course. It's self-paced. Listen, go at your own speed. Once you get certified, your certification is valid in all 50 states for 5 years. All 50 states for 5 years. Once you get in my training, you're going to have a list of labs that you can partner with. Now, listen, these labs are smart. Hello. Let me tell you why they so smart. I ain't talking about this in a minute, but I'm going to talk about it today. If y'all got to go, I understand, but I'm going to tell you. Okay, first of all, guess what? Guess what's so amazing? We, as collectors, we don't have to learn about the analysis. We ain't got nothing to do with that. Nothing. We just have to do the collections. And that's what you're going to learn in my training. How to do the collections properly, right? You're going to know the rules, the regulations. You're going to know exactly what to do, how to do your collections, okay? They do the analysis. First of all, these labs are so smart because, one, these labs are closing 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. They're not open on weekends, okay? We are helping the lab save money and make money at the same time. They're smart. If you want to go fast, you go by yourself. You want to go further, you bring somebody with you. And this is what they are doing, okay? They got, listen, one of my students, she got contracted out by a lab to come and do the collections at their facility. And it's like, why would they contract her out instead of just hiring someone? Listen, these companies don't care nothing about what bills you got to pay. They don't care nothing about that. They want to be able to make money without the risk, okay? They got employees on their clock. If they bored, they over there making TikTok videos and doing what they do. They like, you not using your gifts, your creativity to go out here and make us no money. When we tell y'all to market, y'all be gone for 3 and 4 hours, but ain't nobody coming in, nobody extra came in, nobody said they got this flyer. So the people really at the mall because they not paying them enough. Let's just keep it real. Because if, listen, on anybody's clock, baby, you tell me to go market, I'm not going to market. I'm going to the mall. I'm going to get something to eat. Like, that's just, it is what it is. And y'all know I'm telling the truth. What the true people at? What the true people at that's listening? Drop a comment below, because you know I'm telling the truth. Anyway, with us, so then with the employees, they got to pay them workers' comp, insurance, vision, medical, dental. If they get hurt on a job, they got to pay them workers' comp. If they fire them for piss poor performance, now they got to pay them unemployment. They are over it. They don't want to do that, okay? So they like, you know what? We wanna partner with some other people. We want to partner with some people with some PhDs, okay? Poor, hungry, and determined. So this is what we gonna do. We gonna link up with Queenie, because Queenie out there in Washington State, and Queenie is a hustler, baby. Queenie finna go out there and make sure she talking to everybody. Queenie got a billboard up. Queenie talking to the governor. Queenie at every job fair they got. Queenie out there offering free random tests. Hello, to get her foot in the door. Queenie is out there offering free audits, compliance audits, so she can get her foot in the door. Queenie is out there doing what she need to do, because Queenie knows she finna get $55 to $250 per collection, and after hours she's gonna get $1,000 plus. Okay. That's what she's gonna get. Okay, Queenie, you better tell them Queenie do not play any games. So this is what Queenie is gonna do. So because Queenie is doing this, listen to me now, y'all take notes. I need y'all to listen to what I'm saying. Okay, we do the collections. Okay, we do the collections. So since we're doing the collections, the lab says, you know what, we're finna give you all of your supplies for free. We finna send you your CCF forms. We finna send you your cups, baby. We finna send you your FedEx mailers. You ain't even got to pay for shipping, baby. We gonna have it pre-posted. You just ship it back to us. But guess what? We're paying them to do that analysis for us. You think they love us that much, baby? They just want to give us some free things? No. So each lab is different, okay? You're gonna pay anywhere between $7 to $18 per collection. And each lab is different, right? So what the lab is saying, okay, damn, it will cost the lab billions of dollars to open up 30,000 collection sites. Don't you know that that's any company's dream to expand and have 30,000 locations? Yes, that is any business, any company's dream. Yes, they want 30,000. Baby, but it's gonna cost them billions of dollars to do that. And guess what? Then they still gotta get employees in there that ain't using their gifts. They ain't really bringing us nothing. We giving them something. That's how they looking at the employees, right? So if they got 30,000 partners like myself and Queen, baby, because we don't play. Okay, 30,000 partners. In each partner they're getting $1,800 per month per partner. That's $54 million per month that the lab is getting. These people, I tell y'all, success leaves clues. Hello? Because listen, I'm not getting paid by the hour, so I'm finna go out here and do what I need to do. I'm trying to make my money. You see what I'm saying? I ain't got time to play. Because over here on this side of the fences, if you're quiet, you're broke. Remember that. If you're quiet, you're broke. If you're not making noise, you're not making money. You have to market your business. It ain't cute to have a business and you ain't making no money. You know what I'm saying? I know people like to post on social media what they got going on. Oh, yeah, baby. If you ain't making no money, that ain't cute. Understand me and understand me well. Now, a blind squirrel can trip over a nut every once in a while, baby, and make a, hit a nut. But you want to make sure that it's consistent. Okay? So this opportunity is for grown people that got real bills and they finna retire for real. They getting old real quick, and they about 45, 50, baby. Knock, knock, knock. 60 knocking at your door. 65 knocking at your door, baby. What are you going to do for you? This is your hunt and gathering season. And I'm telling you that this is a market that you do not want to sleep on, because that's everybody else been sleeping on it, baby. They've been asleep. It's time for you to wake up. So I'm hoping that I can wake you up on today so you can tap in, okay? The money is in the marketing. How they gonna find me? Market your business. Can somebody comment market? You have to work. You're not just gonna get certified and think somebody's gonna call you just because you certified. Do people just, when you went and got your degree, did people just call you because you got your degree, or did you have to go fill out some applications? I'm just wondering how that works. Just somebody tell me how that works. I'm just wondering. Okay, so this is what you're going to have to do. The money's in the marketing, guys, and it's out here. This is a recession-proof business. Hello, Quest has been in business for over 37 years. Understand me and understand me well. How do you get paid? This is your business. So, lady, you're going to accept cash, credit card, debit card, Stripe, Square. Hello, get you a business bank account. Come on, y'all. You gotta set yourself up like a business. Go to irs.gov, get you an EIN number. That's free. You don't have to be a LLC off the jump. You don't. You can set up as a sole proprietorship. Okay. Hello. All right. Then with that information, get you a business bank account, because when you're dealing with the companies, they may say, hey, so you can set up you a merchant account, set up authorize.net, Heartland merchant, right? Or you may be dealing with a company. They say, hey, can we write you a check? Can we send you a check? Or can we write you a check? Right? So they're not going to write no check out to your personal account. They're going to write it to your business, guys. This is for people that are ready to step up in an industry that is not going anywhere. Do you not know how many people that lost their job in the past 30 days? Thousands of people have lost their jobs in the past 30 days. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the training. Okay. So guys, when you get into my training, you're going to take two different courses, because I offer both. Okay. You're going to be certified to do both DOT as well as non-DOT. I don't want you to be 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So I'm making sure that you are certified and qualified to do both. Okay. There's going to be 2 written exams that you have to take. It's very simple. Queenie was actually one of my students that got done in an hour with the written exam. It's so like, I have a lot of people that come in and do it within an hour, the same day, baby, because it's not hard. Okay. But once you take the written exam, you then start studying for the mock exam, preparing for the mock. And the mock is videos that you watch, because when you and I meet via Zoom, you're going to demonstrate to me that you know how to do these collection scenarios. Okay. And the collection scenarios that you will have to do is a temperature out of range, shy bladder, donor refused to sign, and 2 uneventfuls. But guess what? For the donor refused to sign, I just asked you, what do you do if a donor refused to sign? And the answer is, I just write in the remarks section, donor refused to sign. That's it, right? It's not hard. So if you study those videos, get on my calendar, you can be certified as quickly as you want. Do not procrastinate on getting certified and getting your mocks and getting it out the way. The quickest I've had someone to get certified, take their mock and everything, was 7 days. 7 days. Because she wanted to, right? So if you come in and you decide, you know what? I really need to do what I need to do, because there's too much energy being left on the table. We're going to call money energy today. There's too much energy being left out here, and people just procrastinating on it. You can do this, okay? Also, guys, in my training, you will also have access to my community free for 30 days, okay? You're going to get free access to the community for 30 days. After 30 days, if you say, hey, I don't want to be a part of the community, then you won't be a part of the community. If you want to stay in the community, it's only $20 a month. You do have access to the training materials if you do decide that you don't want to be in the, in the training. No problem. Okay. No biggie. But just letting you know, you can. If you want to stay connected to me, it's $20 per month. If you want to be in the community with other like-minded individuals, hello, $20 per month. Okay. Right. So I also have other helpful information, other helpful tips in the training as well. I have scripts and pre-written emails, pre-written scripts. I mean, I always put things in there, right? All the time. So you'll see it under helpful tips in the training. And it's not just me. You're going to be in there with other people as well. They're very helpful as well. Everybody, on the same path to being successful in this industry. And community is good. It's good to be a part of a community. Good to be a part of a community. Okay. All right. Any questions before I move on? Any questions before I move on? Any questions for those that's just coming in? You will be a mobile tester. If you decide that you want a physical location, you can get a physical location. It's no big deal. But I'm letting you know right now, if you are a mobile tester, you're winning. You are winning. And then you may not want to get an office and sit still in one spot all day, especially if you're coming from a 9 to 5, right? You're coming from a 9 to 5. You're like, oh my gosh, I really don't want to sit here. Because that's what happened with one of my students. She was like, Coach, when I first got my location, I was showing up late and leaving early, right? You may not want to just sit there. You may not want to feel like you're at work and you're working, because once you get that office, you're going to have to be there because people are going to be looking for you to be there. And that's what happened with her. People are calling and be like, are you coming? Like, are y'all out for lunch? Like, what's up? Right. So you want to make sure that you are there if you get a location. Okay. Let's talk about contracts and clients, right? I just told you guys that the money's in the marketing, but let's talk about contracts. A lot of people want to know, do you need a contract? No, you do not need a contract or contracts to make money in this industry. Okay. And if you want a contract, you just bid on one. Most of them be talking about government contracts. Okay. One of my students, Nurse Takira, she went to a job fair and she got a contract with a delivery service, right? It wasn't a government contract, but she got a contract with a delivery service, okay? Now, if you're talking about government contracts, how do you get a government contract? Can't nobody tell you how to get a government contract. Can't nobody tell you how to win one. How you win a contract is bidding the least. If your bid is the least, they will pick you. But guys, be okay with your 5 to 15 clients per week starting off, guys. 3 a day. That's all you need, right? 3 clients a day, 15 a week if you're working Monday through Friday. Okay, 60 clients per month. That's $7,500. It may be more. It just depends. If you're doing things after hours, of course, it's going to be more. You may end up doing more than 3 in a day. But all you need starting off is 3 per day. That is not hard to do in this industry, especially if you decide to come in and market your business. Okay. Market your business. You have to be the one out here letting people know who you are. You have to be the one willing to go out and offer those free random tests, right? To these locations. And I can tell you right now, that is an amazing marketing strategy. If you go out and you offer free random tests, if you talking to the decision maker and they allow you to do one free random, if they have other workers at that location at the time, trust me, they're going to want you to do the other ones too. But what are you going to do? You're going to charge them for the other ones, right? That's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you're at events. You want to do job fairs. You want to have pamphlets, right? You want to talk to these customers and let them know that you are available. You're flexible. Talk to them. Hit them with their pain points and the solutions, okay? The pain points are convenience and compliance. Hello, that's the problem. Another pain point is if they're sending their workers off site to go get a test, if their workers are smoking a pancake, right, they're going to stop by somewhere to go get some synthetic urine so they can cheat a test. So these are the type of things that are happening in this industry, and you know that because you're doing your homework before you contact these locations, before you go to them. You've done your homework, right? You don't have to come to these companies and get in the door and by trying to offer them a discount. That's not how you get in the door with these companies, because you're not pitching them something that they don't know about. You're not talking to them about something that this is something they have to do. You're not showing them something they're not familiar with. This is something they do often. They do pre-employment testing. They do random testing. They do quarterly testing, which is every 3 months. They do reasonable suspicion, post-accident, return to duty. This is something that they have to do. So you want to make sure that you're certified and qualified, right? And flexible to be able to offer them this service, because if you're offering it, they need it. Having this high paying skill under your belt, boom, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to be connected to a business. Hello, it's consumers that have to wait till they get paid next week and get paid next month before, they spend money, but not a business. Hey, lady, not a business. This is what they have to do. So you want to make sure that you're positioning yourself, and you're branding yourself, and you're promoting yourself as a professional out here in this field, right? You get into the door by offering free compliance checks. Hello, let them know, hey, no problem. I can help you make sure you have your documentation ready, auditor ready. These are the things that scare them. Audits, the paperwork, documentation. These are the things that scare them. So you want to make sure that you are positioning yourself. You want to make sure that you're positioning yourself as a professional out here in this field by offering compliance audits and a whole lot of other things that you can be offering them. What are the things that you can be offering these businesses out here to get your foot in the door? Hello? Anybody want to take a grab at it? Anybody want to take a grab at it? Anybody want to take a grab at it? Anybody? Anybody? What can you do? It's important in all you're getting, get an understanding. What are you going to do? Come on. Businesses, they want collectors. Hello, they want collectors who look like they know what they're doing. You want to look like you know what you're doing. Hello. If your process is messy, they're going to know about it. Hello. They're going to know about it. So you have to know how to talk to these companies. You don't be out here talking about, hey, I do tests and I do tests for cheap. No, you want to let them know, hi, I'm a collector. I am a specimen collector. I do audits for schools and big businesses like yours all the time. I can make sure that your paperwork is audit ready, right? This is how you're talking to these companies, right? You ain't got to lead them, hello, I can save you some money. They don't care about that, baby. You got to realize some of these companies are paying $60,000 or $100,000 plus a month. Depending on how big their operation is. They're spending a lot of money, right, for tests. So you don't have to come to them with, I can save you some money. They don't care about that. They do not care about that. Okay. So now let's talk about if you decided you wanted to get a location, which I'm telling you. Okay. But if you decided to do a location, this is what I tell people. If you decide to do a location, I would get a location to do the court-ordered system, the color-coded system. That would be the only reason why I would get a location, because when you're dealing with the color-coded system, you are dealing with participants that are mandated by the court to get tested. So these participants, they have to call a number every day. Every day they got to call this number. If their color is called or mentioned, they have to go get a test. Okay? And guess what? They're not getting discounts. They're not getting no discount on no test. Do you hear me? They're not getting any discounts at all. They're paying $55 to $75. I know someone that was going, she was paying $75. And she said they was charging her a $25 admin fee on top of that. So she was paying $100 every time she had to go get a test. So what do? First of all, you're going to market, right? You're going to market. Listen, y'all ain't never seen them lawyers at the courthouse be out there hustling them business cards, baby, trying to see who need a lawyer. Baby, they got them. Them the independent lawyers out there, okay? So first of all, why not? Do you some courthouse pimping? Do your little courthouse pimping. But no, you want to talk to the probation officers, the county clerks, right? Also, put your billboard up close to the courthouse, okay? Market from any service station that's in the area. Make sure you got your marketing material out there. Word of mouth, right? People that are participants that are in the program, they know other people that are in the program. So what you do is, now this is just an idea. You can do it however you want to do it, but I'm just saying, right? You have to realize that these participants, they work regular jobs, right? And some of them are getting hit with they got to go often. Some going 3 days a week. Some going every day, right? So if they get hit with $55 every time they go get a test, baby, that can be very costly. Okay, so there's thousands of people in your city that are a part of the color-coded system. So if you decide to structure your whole company, your business around the color-coded system, first of all, you're going to market, of course. But what you want to do is you want to work smart and not hard, and also make it worth their while, okay? This is what you have to realize. They have to get these tests. So they're literally fighting for their freedom. They have to go get tested in order to stay out of jail, okay? So if you decide to set up your business around this color-coded system, first of all, what you want to do is you want to get you a text messaging system. Okay, you can get something called easy texting, or you can do the community app. I would say start off with easy texting. It's a lot cheaper, maybe like $50 per month, and you get about 1,500 text messages or something like that. You have to go look at it. Anyway, so the great thing about easy texting, you're able to have categories. So just say your number is 555. Let's say you got a 4-digit number, okay? So you will tell your participants, text yellow, if your color is yellow, to 55555. Text blue to 5555, okay? So when they text their color to that number, it's going to go in a category. So you have blue, you have red, you have yellow, you have green, and yada, yada, yada. Okay, and all the rest of them, okay? So what you're going to do, because if they're paying you to do this, right, you can say, listen, this is what I would do. I will put them on a subscription-based plan. So I wouldn't charge them every time they have to get a test. I would charge them monthly, but you ask questions like, how often are you tested? Some may say, listen, I got to go every day. Some may say, I have to go 3 times a week or whatever. You can work out that I'm just giving you guys an example. You can work that out and figure out how you want to do it later. Okay, boom. So you may say, okay, I will charge you $50 a month or $80 a month or $100 a month, whatever it may be. I'm just giving you an idea. Okay, so you're going to be the one that call in the morning. They no longer have to call because they paying you. You trying to build your business. You building your business. You getting your participants in there. So it has to be worth their while as well. Okay. So you will be the one calling in the mornings. And when you see that you get a color, okay, I got yellow. Now you're going to go to your system. You're going to type, hello, you have a test today. Say if you got 10 people in yellow. You go to yellow, hello, you have a test today. I will be in my office between the hours of 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. or whatever. And you send it to them. It's going to go to all 10 at one time. Hello. So if you got Listen, I'm telling you, it won't take long, because one thing, word of mouth, baby, it spreads fast. We do know that. It spreads fast, okay? But say, you know what, you wanted to charge $100 a month and you have 100 participants, that's $10,000 per month, right? Or you may say, you know what, I'm gonna do 70. I'm gonna do $70 per month. That's 7,000, right? So it won't take long for you to, you know, get participants in that program. But what I will say is that if, especially for women, if you are a woman and you decide that you want to form a business around this color-coded system, I'll answer your question. You're welcome. If you decide that you wanted to build a business around this color-coded system, I would not do it in a space where I'm by myself. I will have some type of security with me. I will have some type of security with me, and you know, something, because you know you're dealing with all types of people and they trying to make sure that they stay free. I be telling y'all, listen, y'all gotta jump on opportunities when they there. It's gonna go up some more. This actually a discount. Listen, cause I'm that girl, period. Anybody connect to me, they get a bag. Y'all know that. Yeah. And you know that I'm that girl. I'm the one and not the two. I got to give myself a pat on the back on that one, baby. Because listen, my students is studying, baby. The people that want to go out here and get a bag, they getting a bag. Listen, I'm probably the only, listen, I am accessible. I make myself accessible to my people. It should be 900. I make myself accessible. They can call me. They can contact me anytime. Baby, we on the phone. They working, we working, period. That's just how it is, right? So follow a real one. You better get it before it go up some more. Cause listen, there's a lot of amazing things that's happening behind the scenes. Y'all stop playing. Cause y'all know what they charging out here. $2,000, $900, $950, $600. Okay? Take advantage of the payment plan. Sizzle, Shop Pay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Listen. And tomorrow's price won't be today's price, okay? Anyway, so if you are a woman, listen, I'm telling you again, make sure you got somebody with you, or make sure you're in a space where there's a lot of other people, you know, something busy, you know, and if you're doing something after hours, like if you decide to keep your location open to 7, 9 o'clock, just have somebody with you, you know. You listen, you don't know, you don't want nobody trying to manhandle you so they can pass their tests. I'm just saying, because this is their freedom. They got to get tested so they can stay free. This ain't nothing. It's not optional. This is something that they have to do. Any questions before I move on to the next? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? Any questions? So we know for DOT, we're charging what? 95 to 250. Non-DOT, 55 to 85. This is your business, though. You can charge you want to charge. You may have people that charge $30. You may have people that charge $50. That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. You charge you want to charge. So I'm finna tell you one thing. Time is money. Time is money. Okay. So if you got Lab A and you got Lab B. You got Lab A. Lab A charges $85. Okay. But the wait time is 4 hours. Then you got Lab B that charge $175 and the wait time is 30 minutes. As a business, if you're a person in business, where are you going? If you are a person in business, where are you going? Heck, you ain't even got to be in business. What my women that on here, they go get their hair braided? Me, when I go get my hair braided, baby, I pay an extra $150, $200 to get 4 people in my head so I can get up out of there in an hour. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing in business, baby. Time is money. We ain't got time. We do. Listen, as businesses, we don't care nothing about that little change. We gotta go because we not sitting on anybody's clock getting paid by the hour. If we're not moving, we're not making money. So this is how it is in business. So they going to be in and out 30 minutes. They ain't got time to be waiting on 4 hours. You know how much money they missing out on? If they sitting at a location, just sitting there for 4 hours like they going to get a CAT scan, baby, they trying to get in and out. You hear me? I'm just trying to tell you, time is money. they got a roll. So you got lab A charge 85 4 hours. Lab B in and out in 30 minutes, 175, baby. Let's pay. Let's go. They got a roll. They ain't got that. Listen, don't be afraid to charge what you charge. Period. Especially not after hours when it's a post-accident. Baby, you better run up a bag. Hello. I'm just saying. You better run up a bag. If you available, you out there. It is what it is, right? Like me personally, I've never done anything in FAA before, right? I never even really, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna be transparent. I never even thought about doing a test for a plane crash or anything like that. I always talk about the airports, you know, the vendors in the airport, even the airport workers. But with my student doing this helicopter crash test for this helicopter crash last Friday, I'm like, oh my gosh. You see what I'm saying? So, baby, we had to get on the phone. We had to really ring it up, baby. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. We need to be charging them a lot of money. You see what I'm saying? She went and made over $1,800 after hours. Can somebody comment $1,000 plus after hours? I don't care. She tested 3 people. 3 people. She tested 3 people. So after hours, your starting fee for one person is $1,000. Can somebody type 1000? I'm not playing because we're dealing with businesses here. Hello. Okay. Any client, anybody that need a test. We're servicing all clients, schools, court systems, social services, firefighters, construction workers, pipeline, transit, aviation, Department of Transportation. We doing everybody. Healthcare, government, school workers, youth programs, correctional officers, child care, foster care, everybody. Look around. Have you ever had to get a test before? Have you ever had to get a pre-employment for a job? Pre-employment for a job. Do you know anybody that got hurt at work and they had to go get a test? I talked to a guy today. Anybody that got hurt at work and they had to go get a test? I talked to a guy today. And he said he was working at a warehouse or delivering at a warehouse, somebody at a warehouse, and somebody got hurt. Wait a minute. He said the guy got stuck in the machine. The guy got stuck in the machine at work, got caught up in the machine. Soon as he got out that machine, as soon as that machine decided to turn him loose, guess what? Baby, he had to go pee in a cup. Hello? This is what I'm saying. I don't expect you guys to know about it and really understand it because you're not in the industry. So it's like, what do you mean? But this is what's going on out here. Hello? This is a $10.9 billion industry. $10.9 billion industry. Hello? And there's so many different niches to get into. So many different niches to get into. Thank you. So many different niches to get into within the branches. You see what I'm saying? Because you may decide, like I just went over the color coded system. You may decide that you want to just do things with the Department of Human Services. You may decide that your niche is only construction. You may decide that your niche is safe homes. You may decide that your niche is re-entry programs. You may decide that your niche is treatment centers. There's so many different niches, right? There's even niches that you can tap into where, you know what? Oh my gosh, I'm glad I didn't go and get an LLC right away because now I want to set my business up as a non-profit. There's so many ways. Also, your niche may just be the rural areas. There's a lot of money in the rural areas to be made, guys. Of course, there's a lot of money in the city. Everybody's in the city making money. That's why they're not going to the rural areas, the undeserved areas. You have to realize the people in the rural areas is companies out there too. They got to get a test. Hello? And they got to get a test. And guess what? They got to drive 45 miles out of the way just to go get a test. One of the young ladies in my course, she said, girl, we got to drive 50 miles just to get to a location to go get a test. Baby, she sold it up in the rural area. If you single, you got a grown adult children, a little whatever. You single, you need to go on a tour, or you listen. You ain't even got to be single. Look, tell your husband, tell your wife, whatever. Listen, babe, I'm finna go out here and get this money. I'm finna go on a tour, a 2-week tour to these rural areas and sew it up. And you make your presence known before you get to the rural area. You make your presence known by getting a billboard, baby. It don't cost but $75 to get a billboard in a rural area. Hello, make your presence known. Get you a billboard in a rural area. Hello. Make sure you get on the radio in the rural area. Hello, get in the paper in the rural area. So when you show up, oh my gosh, yeah, we see your billboard. Baby, when you get out there, they want to make sure they can use you and do whatever they need to do before you leave. Okay? Unless you decide to set up shop and be a one-stop shop at the rural area, baby. And what you do, listen. If you decide to go to the rural area and set up shop, just say if you decide to get a location there, or either hire someone, okay, because you can stay mobile, but if you hire someone and then they go out and do the testing for you. But let's just say, for instance, let's just say if you decide to get a location in a rural area, you are already coming to the rural area and becoming a pillar of the community. Why? Because now your location is in town. Right? So now you're paying rent to somebody in that area. You're paying a light bill in that area. You're paying a water bill in that area. Hello. So you're boosting the economy. You're giving it a economic boost right away. Now they don't have to go 60 miles, 50 miles, 40 miles out of the way and take $60,000 a month. Okay, let's just say this one location. Baby, it's more. I'm just saying one location, $60,000 a month or whatever outside of their community. Some of that money will now go back into that community versus them traveling, taking it 60 miles out of the way. They'll never see a dime of that money again. Hello, you're coming to the community as a pillar of the community already with an economic boost. Do y'all hear? Are y'all following me? Hello, is it clicking? Is it clicking to anyone? When you come there, oh my gosh, we cannot believe you're here. No one ever comes out here. When I was doing B2B, baby, I would go to the rural areas. Yes. And I would run it up. And guess what they would say? Oh my gosh, no one ever comes out here. I know they don't, but I'm here. Baby, I'm here running it up. But y'all don't hear me though. Stop playing. You ain't got to fight with nobody in the rural area, baby. Nobody's there. Nobody's there. Go on a 2-week tour to the rural area, setting up shop, baby. Go. Make your money. Oh my gosh, can you come back out here? Yeah. And when they want you to come out, now they got to pay you for travel. Yep, I can come out. I'm flexible. I can show up. Hello. Can you talk about the laboratory partnership? Do you contact? Okay, wait a minute. Can you talk about laboratory partnership? Do you contact, I guess, them for testing? So for partnership with the lab. So whenever you get into my course, I have a list of labs that you can partner with. Yeah, do they contact you? No, they don't contact us. We contact them. So I have a list of labs that you can partner with. Okay, so there's a few ways that you can do this. When you partner with the lab, they're going to send you everything that you need to do the collection. So they're going to send you your CCF forms. They're going to send you your cups. They're going to send you your FedEx mailers. You don't even have to pay for shipping to ship it back to them. They're going to pay for that, okay? However, you think, look, they ain't that nice that they just love us so much. They want us to be out here running a bag and they do all our analysis for us and we don't pay them nothing. No, so they're going to charge you a fee to do the analysis. Each lab is different. You may pay from $7. One of my students paid $7, from $7 up to $18. Okay. It just depends on the lab, but you have to realize they're giving you supplies. They're giving you, if you send a FedEx package, baby, 24 hours next day, baby, that's $30. You see what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, we all gonna make bread and we gonna make it together. So don't be selfish, because they not being selfish. It's called a partnership. Okay. So you're only doing the collections. You send the specimen to the lab. Okay. And then you pay the lab. Now, I'm glad we talked about this. Thank you so much. So Now, the lab that you set up with, they may have it set up where you pay them in a week, 2 weeks, however they want to get paid. You got to make sure you pay them their money. You may also be set up on a net 30. My lab, I'm set up on a net 30. Any analysis that they do for me, they send me an invoice. I have to have it paid within 30 days. Guys, if you know you're not good with money, pay them people up front. You're already getting paid up front from your employer, the employer, or the donor. So make sure you go ahead and pay the lab. Don't spend the money. Don't add it into your money. Out of sight and out of mind. Okay? Just make sure you pay them. Hey, King, click the link tree in my bio for information. You can go to where it says how to launch a testing service, a mobile testing service. It's in my bio. Okay? So make sure you pay them. Do not burn your bridges, y'all. Come on, man. This is an amazing opportunity. This is literally something you can put your whole family on. Your 18 years old, sisters, brothers, mothers, aunties, anybody you can see in the near future that they gonna have to be knocking on your door asking if they can live with you. Or you might be knocking on somebody's door trying to see if you can live with them. You need to be telling them this about this opportunity. And you need to be doing this opportunity yourself. Like, what the heck? Okay? Tell them, it need to be a family business. Okay? I got a mother and daughter duo. Baby, they are family business. They started. Go to my profile. You will see it. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. It's impossible to be connected to me and not get a bag. Hello? And you ain't got to be nothing big. You ain't got to be in the business a long time. If you're certified and available, that's what they're looking for. Okay, when my student did this, was this first responder for this plane crash that happened last Friday, she was available. This is her first time ever doing a test, and when it made $1,800. Just like that. Because what? Certified and available. Hello? And she has a high-paying skill that pays the bills. Y'all stop playing. People getting laid off left and right. We still here. I'm recession proof. Make sure that you are recession proof. Invest in yourself. Learn new skills. Baby, AI trying to take over your job. Hello? AI is coming for you, baby. They don't care nothing about who you got to take care of your degrees and how long you've been working for them. Baby, they do not care. Hello, this is the perfect time for you to learn a new skill while you're at your peak. You don't wait till you lose your job and then say, I'm going to start a business. Everybody ain't like that. And some people are afraid to do anything. If somebody lose their job, what they doing? They try to go find another one because they one paycheck away from being evicted. Let's just keep it real. Everybody ain't finna start a business or learn a new skill or go back to school when they got bills to pay. Everybody ain't built like that. When I started my first business, I was a negative $249 in my account. I'm built like that. You see what I'm saying? And I made $2,000 my first day of business because I'm built like that. I had no choice but to be my own boss. I ain't had but 2 months of college. Who finna pay me? I ain't got but 2 months of college. Who finna pay me $2,000 in a day? Who finna pay me? Somebody please tell me, comment below quickly, who finna pay me 2 G's in a day with 2 months in college? What business, what company finna pay me $2,000 in a day with 2 months in college? Somebody please comment below. Let me know. Please let me know. I had no choice but to boss up because the oppressor was going to tell me I'm not good enough. I don't have the paperwork. You know, the paperwork they try to put on you to oppress you. See what I'm saying? But the oppressor has no power over me, baby. God said my gifts will make room for me, and my gifts have comfortably made room for me over 13 plus years away from corporate America. When I left corporate America, I was making $17 an hour. My daughter makes $17 an hour. Hello? Oh, Lord, they didn't put this little puzzle on here. Hold on, let me do this. Takes concentration. Did I do it? Okay. My daughter makes $17 an hour. My baby makes $16.50, and we take care of them. So nothing has changed, guys. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Matter of fact, for me to even start my first business, both me and my husband worked jobs. But he had to get a $500 loan for me to even start my first business. Nothing has changed out here, y'all. People still getting paid the same. Only thing that's changing is inflation. Inflation is going up, but the pay is not going up. Nothing has changed over the past 13 years since I left corporate America. People are still moving in fear. People are still afraid to try new things. People are literally being paralyzed by their fear. People are sleeping in their cars and working jobs, guys. People are sleeping in storage units, guys, and they're working jobs. Our brothers and sisters are going through the same thing out here, man. Nothing is changing. They have a scarcity mindset. They feel like there's a lack. There's a lack in everything. There's a lack. Ain't nobody gonna have nothing. They ain't gonna have nothing. Baby, it's too much. When you are a born creator that you can create, you was given the power to obtain wealth. Hello? AI taking a lot of jobs. And what people are doing, sitting around waiting for them to starve them out. So you going to let these people starve you out? Because actions speak louder than words, baby. You may not be saying out of your mouth, I'm dependent on this job. And if no job decides to hire me, then I'll just be out on the street. You want to be able to keep your moral compass, baby. Like, come on now. You want to be able to keep your moral compass. You can't be going out here doing things immorally because you feel like you're not good enough. You are deciding not to use your power, baby. God gave me dominion. It gave you. I talk about God over here. If y'all don't want to hear it, exit, stage, left and right. I don't care. God that quickened your mortal body. Yeah. Gave you dominion. Dominion, power, dominion over your own circumstances, over your own life, over your own gifts, over your own business. You have dominion. You, nobody else. You have dominion. What are you going to do with it? You was given dominion to be bold, not passive. Walk in your authority, baby. You got a whole tongue that speak blessings and curses, but you rather tear yourself down every day and say what you can't do and what you ain't gonna have because some orange man in the damn White House. What? Baby, I don't care who up in there. I don't care what nobody doing over there. That ain't got nothing to do with me. God gave me dominion and the power to obtain wealth in kingdom systems that is incorruptible. Baby, I'm following the kingdom system. Baby, I'm standing on principles. So therefore, I know anything I work for, anything I put my mouth on and say I want, anything I put pencil to paper and say I want, I get. Because I'm going to stand on principles every time. That's it. So how have I been able to be successful over 13 plus years out of corporate America, baby? Because I follow a principle. I sow my seeds. I reap my harvest. I show up every day. I don't care what it looks like to my natural eye. Oh, I ain't made no money today. I quit. Ain't nobody commenting on my post. Ain't nobody sharing. I ain't with viral. Like, come on, bro. What? Do the work. That's all you got to do. The seeds that you sow, baby, is working. They work. They will plant a harvest. You don't know what's going on under the ground when you plant a seed, baby, but you know that tomato gonna sprout. Like, ooh, look at my tomatoes. Oh, they look so pretty. Oh, my gosh. Look at my apples, baby, because you sowed the seed. It's going to reap a harvest, but y'all be so ready to quit when you don't listen. First of all, who do you think you are? Who do you think you are? You can just show up, pop up out of nowhere, be like, I'm here, what's up? Even though you are money, don't get it twisted. You are money. When you show up, the money show up, but you got to show up first, baby. Knowledge and understanding. Through knowledge and understanding, a man creates. Of course, everything Coach Portia touch turns to gold, and that's a fact. But guess what? Coach Portia got to work. Portia got a knowledge and understanding a man creates. Through knowledge and understanding a man creates. You think people just trust me and believe in me because I say I'm Coach Portia? No, I had to prove myself. I got to show up every day, babe. I had to give things away free and a little cheap so people can see how valuable I am. Now my price is going up. Do you see that? What somebody said, dang, your price went up, baby, because I didn't prove that I'm valuable out here. It should be more than that. It's one of my students looked me in my face on Zoom the other day, said, Portia, what's wrong with you? Why your prices so low? I am a person of value, baby, period. And I don't have to chase success. Money chase me down because I make sure that I'm a person of value. Baby, money runs me down. I ain't worried about no money, baby. I am money. When I show up, the money show up, and I show up every day. I'm sowing a seed every day. I'm giving God something to bless every day. I don't care what I see with my natural eyes, but baby, I can't unsee what I've already seen. Now I know I'm money. I understand these kingdom systems. I understand the principles. I know the principles. So if you participate in the principle, baby, you gonna take part in the promise. But y'all ain't ready for that conversation, though. You ain't ready for that yet. You want to hear struggle. You want to, no, that ain't right. We got to struggle. No, that ain't right. Everybody broke. That's a lie. You want to follow the trend, baby. I don't follow no trends. I'm standing on principles. I'm standing with kingdom system every time. I don't care what they got going on out here. Y'all can be woe is me if you want to. Not over here, baby, because my tongue is powerful. What I say out my mouth is powerful. I am powerful. Period. Y'all better walk and talk like you know who you are. You better demand something. You better demand it because you can. But nah, you want to struggle. You want to cry. Oh, Lord, please help me, baby. You ain't got to cry and pray for increase when your discipline demands it. I ain't got to cry for increase, baby. I do what I'm supposed to do. Hello? I'm giving because it says, damn, your discipline demands it. Let me give her. Let me throw it on over there. Sprinkle it on her. Let me harvest it. Because her discipline demands it. Y'all gonna have to be disciplined out here. Baby, principle has no emotions. Principle don't respond to your tears. Principle responds to principle. That's it. That's all. And it's incorruptible, baby. You cannot corrupt principles like they do out here, what they doing now. You see what's going on right now? All that is corrupt. But I'm in the kingdom systems on kingdom time, matter of fact. And it's incorruptible. So I could care less about what they got going on out here. It ain't for me. They said, oh, it's going to get worse for y'all, not for me. It's going to get worse and worse for them. Not for me. Who claiming that? Baby, it ain't getting worse for me. It's getting better and more better and more better. Because I done tapped into these kingdom systems, baby. And I know the principles I ain't know about. I didn't know that rest was a principle. Baby, I did not know that. Rest is faith. Rest is obedience. Hello? Rest is gratitude. So now I get my rest. I'll probably be in the bed by 9 o'clock. I'm going to get my rest because I know the seeds that I have sown is already working for me. Baby, they're working. Now I rest, God, and you do the rest. Period. That's what I stand on. I'm unmovable and I'm unshakable. Period. Period. Get your life. I'm just saying. You can play these reindeer games out here if you want to. Baby, you going to be a soldier out here. Baby, speak and listen. To be a part of the principle, it don't even require money. It requires action. Action. That's it. Anyway, let me move on. Anyway, guys, if you want to be a specimen collector, guys, it's $400. You will be certified in both. You're getting 2 courses, actually. You're getting 2 courses for $400. Okay, $400. So you're going to get DOT, non-DOT, and yes, all my courses come with the mock. Okay, with the mock exam. Payment plans are available. Sizzle, ShopPay, Klarna, as well as Afterpay. If you want to be a Specimen Collector Plus trainer, like myself, and start your own virtual training center from anywhere there's internet, it's only $600. You can train your own employees if you want to expand. You can train other people, employees, and yes, you can sell your own courses for another stream of income, just like all these other colleges and trade schools and all these other people out here. Especially these colleges, baby, they enroll 18.1 million students per year. They make $993 billion. And the people can't even get no job. But me, as an instructor, baby, I scream to the rooftop because I let people know it's available. I'm excited about what I got to offer because I know they can get a bag out here. They ain't got to wait in line and pray that somebody deem them worthy enough to provide for their children. No oppressor in the way. No paperwork. You ain't got 12 years up. Degree? What? No, they're not over here. Certified and qualified, available. Are you Googleable? Hello? Are you marketing your business? Boom. You open up 10 plus streams of income for yourself as an instructor. Okay? So let's go over these 10 right quick and then I'm finna go. You know you got 30 minutes? Do you know you got 30 minutes? Okay. Boom. So DOT. What are we charging? $95 to $250. After hours, I used to say charge $500. Now I say charge $1,000 after hours. I was shortchanging myself. $1,000. Hello? Non-DOT. 55 to 85. What are we? After hours, $1,000. Can somebody comment 1000 in the comment section? Or drop an emoji or something if you just heard what I said. After hours for a post-accident, $1,000. What y'all hustling? Baby, you should have you a CB. We your CBs that have you a B. We your CBs that have you a CB listening for accidents that happen on the road. Hello?
Sure. Yep. Accident over here on 29. Yep. Over. They're going on to the Mayfield Hospital.
And then you carry your butt over there. That's a hustler. That's a hustle. What my hustles at? You that type of hustle? Drop some emojis in the comment section. That's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm gonna tell you, I love me a person that hustle, baby. You gotta hustle by yourself. I love you. I love you real bad. Me and you go together real bad. You a hustler, baby. What that CB at? You know how they got the storm chaser? They be chasing storm, baby, chasing the accidents. What's going on? True, I'm there. That's a hustler. So people that be complaining about they ain't made no money, you ain't working. And I know you ain't working because you over here talking about you ain't made no money. You ain't got time to stroll if you working. Hello, why you strolling? You should be working. Where your instructor at? Where the people at that you paid $1,500 to? They ain't taught you nothing. Okay. All right. Anyway, so that's 2 streams, 3 streams of income. Now that you are an instructor and you're offering your own courses, right? So someone's going to come to you, Kay, and they're going to say, hey, Kay or Kiki, no, living the dream. There you go. Living the dream. I see that you was offering that course on how to be a specimen collector. How do I take your course? Listen, because I was looking at somebody else, but I've been wanting to get into this for about a year. But the people I was watching, I ain't really vibing with them like that. I'm vibing with you though, right? Guys, your vibe brings your tribe. It has been probably thousands of people seeing me talk about this opportunity, but they're not vibing with me. They're vibing with you. They waiting on you to come from out of hiding, baby, so they can give you some money. They want to give you some money real bad, but you're hiding. So they wait for you to come up out of hiding. Now that you come up out of hiding, they say, oh, there you go. Oh my gosh, baby, they gonna know you when they see you. They gonna know you when they hear you. But you got to stop hiding. Okay, now you got 4. Okay, DOT. Oh my gosh, how much do you charge for DOT, Brian? Because I've been wanting to get into that, but I was watching some other people on social media talk about it, but they was talking about going to the Walmart bathroom and they was pulling up at the truck stop and, going into the 7-Eleven, and that didn't really sit right in my spirit. You're right. Because they're lying. That's why it didn't sit right in your spirit. They ain't pulling up to no truck stop doing no test. That was somebody texted me the other day said, if I take your course, do you market? What she said, do you market other ways besides truck stops? I said, baby, I don't teach truck stop marketing. Them content creators. I don't teach truck stop. I ain't telling y'all to go to no truck, baby. Who does that? No. So They watched the people going to the 7-Eleven and do the test, and they didn't sit right in their spirit, and they didn't want to do it. So they want to do it with you, the boss. They want to know, because you just got on live and told them how they're going to do this, how they're going to be professional, how they're going to the employer's location. And if they did want to do a test and they didn't, or one of the location, they can get a day office, right? They can go to Pure Space, okay? You see somebody pulling up at the 7-Eleven, they ain't never did a test a day in their life. That's why I tell y'all, follow a real one. It's a lot of giant turkeys out here, baby. They charging a lot to duplicate failure. That's it. I'm just saying. So that's 4 streams of income. 5, ain't nobody shutting their business down for you to make no money. Ain't nobody gonna let you come take over their bathroom so you can make some money. Come on now. Come on now. We're not doing that. I'm gonna tell the truth over here. Now, I ain't gonna go and comment on nobody's stuff because I mind my business. But over here, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. That's tacky. We're not doing that, and that's not true. Okay? No, we're professional. We wear a white coat. We ain't pulling up in no public restroom. Because we avoid public restrooms at all costs. So you think I'm going to make my paying customer meet me at the public restroom at the church? Ew. Yuck. At the 7-Eleven? Ew. No. David Busters? I don't think so. Okay? 5. Y'all ready? 5 streams of income. 5. Since you are an instructor now, guess what? You're able to offer the mock exam, right? So there's going to be people that have taken the written exam through other companies. There's other companies that offer this. Y'all know lawyers even offer this course, okay? But they $950 for the DOT, $750 for non-DOT, $700 for the mock. Y'all think I'm playing? Let me show y'all right quick. Let me show y'all something right quick. Let me show you. What they say? $700 for the mock. Yeah. This is what people are charging out here. So they trying to find somebody where they can get it a little bit cheaper, because you didn't tell me I was going to pay $900 for DOT and then $700 for the mock. Golly, it's not included? No, it's not. Okay? So boom. They try to find somewhere where they can get the mock exam at. I charge $175 for the mock. Yep, price went up. I charge $175 for the mock exam, okay? But my mocks come included with my course. So if there's somebody that took their written exam somewhere else and now they need to get a mock, mine is only $175, okay? $175. You're not certified until you take the mock exam. You have to pass the mock exam, okay? So that's 5 streams of income. 6 streams of income. Let me show y'all this one real quick. You may have somebody that's already certified, but now they want to be a trainer, right? So they say, hey, how much is it to be a trainer? Because listen, oh my gosh, I'm ready to be a trainer now. My daughter, she lives in Florida. She's going to have my grandbaby, and I want to be there to help her raise my grandbaby. But while she works, but I still want to be able to make some money. And as a trainer, I can train from anywhere in the world, right? As long as I have an internet. Yes, you can. And my certification for that is valid for 5 years. Yes, it is. Okay, so I would like to do that, right? My trainer course, if they're already certified, is only $500. As you see, this is the fees out here, guys. I understand. You can make a lot of money in this business, so I understand why people charge what they charge. Okay, so boom. I'm just saying, your vibe bring your tribe. People charge this because people pay this. And I understand. It's a good business. Like, come on, man. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. Anyway, so, y'all see it. Let me know you see it. I can move on. Go to the next. I know you see it. Okay. I'm just saying. I ain't playing. I can show you. Okay. 7 streams of income. Once you start this business, it's going to give birth to new money-making ideas. It just happened. You're going to have your own vision that ain't nobody else thought about, baby. It's just the way it is, okay? So, I received a download to create or offer the service a handheld session, mock preparation handheld session. This is for people that have horrible anxiety when it's time to take tests. Okay, when it's time to take tests. So people book me for this session. Okay, so that's 7 streams of income. 8 streams of income. You're going to have people that want to do training in person, right? You may decide, hey, I want to do something over the weekend, or I want to do something next month. I'm going to plan an event to do something next month. Or you may decide to just have you a training location and you do things in person. One of my students, she's an instructor. She has her own location, but she does 2 live training classes per month. And her classes are always full. That is 8 streams of income right there. Okay, 9 streams of income. Mentorship. Become a person of value. Become a person of value. Don't chase success out here trying to screw people over, try to get a quick money grab. You don't know nothing, can't teach nobody nothing, but you acting like, okay, become a person of value. I'm able to come on my lives and literally do free trainings all the time because I'm a person of value. I make sure I know what I'm doing so I can teach others. Okay? I can teach others. I ain't got to say, wait till you get in my training to see. I come out here and give free training all the time. People tell me all the time, I learn more on your lives than I did in my own training. Because why? I make sure I'm a person of value. I don't chase success. If you become a person of value, the money will chase you down. So you can offer mentorships. Your name will be spoken positively in rooms you ain't never walked in before. Okay? Boom. That's 9 streams of income. 10 streams of income. Being is that you are a what? A trainer, and you offer the mock exam. Of course you're going to sell mock supplies. Hello. Boom. I sell mock supplies too. That's 10 streams of income. 11 streams of income. Mock virtual donor. Okay. I used to be my people donor. What? Almost down over a year. I was my people donor. What? Almost down over a year. I was everybody's donor, baby. But people gon' people. People gon' people. Why? Because they do no call, no show. Ain't showing up. Don't tell me they ain't showing up. Nothing. I say, you know what? Don't worry yourself. I'm not doing it anymore because I make sure I'm available for everybody to try to support and help. But if you don't want to show up, people mess it up for other people. But anyway, virtual donor. That's 11 streams. I only charge $40 to be a virtual donor. If you can't find somebody to be your donor, baby, if they can't find somebody to be their donor, you can be a virtual donor, baby. You offering your service, and I charge $40 for that. Somebody paid me $40 today to be their virtual donor, okay? So anyway, guys, that is 11 streams of income. I'm actually missing a few, but anyway, you get the point, right? So that's the business. It's not hard. It's a self-paced course. I have people that get done in a week, come in and pass a written exam in 30 minutes because it's not hard. It's not a hard test. It's not hard to get into. Now, the hard part, and we can get into that if y'all want to hear the hard part. I don't know if y'all want to hear that boring stuff, though. Do you want to hear the hard part? If you want to hear the boring hard part, just comment hard part below and I'll let you know what the hard part is. And then I'm going to go. If you want to know the hard part, comment hard part below and then I'm going to go. Hard part below, hard part below. If you want to know the hard part, I'll tell you the hard part. Hard part. Hard part. Y'all ready? Y'all ready for this? Okay, y'all ready for the hard part? I got one person that want to know the hard part. Everybody else be scared. They be scared. All right, okay. So, the hard part is getting you out of your feelings. Point blank, end of period. 83 people on here listening. Out of the 83 people on here listening, you got an intrusive thought that said you ain't nothing, you ain't gonna be nothing, you can't do nothing, ain't nobody gonna give you no money, you ain't make no money because you ain't nothing. Tell me if I'm lying. Tell me if I'm lying. Come on, comment below. Y'all on here. Let's go now. Come on now. I've been on here. I've been on here giving you the tea. Now give me the tea. Am I lying? That is an intrusive thought. Okay, it's not real. Tell me I'm lying. Did you get it? What thought did you get? You can't do this. Ain't nobody gonna fool with you. Ain't nobody gonna give you no money. You ain't big enough. You're only you ain't worthy. You can only work for other people and that's it. And if they don't hire you, you're gonna starve. You ain't nothing. That's what the thoughts, right? It's not real, guys. Thoughts come and go just like feelings come and go. You can't allow negative thoughts to go unchecked. I have been practicing mindset for 5.5 years, guys. I let no negative thought go unchecked. I am health, I am wealth, I am abundance, I am money, and I always make it. Shameless plug. If you are a woman, all my women, go to the link tree in my bio. Purchase your tickets to Wake Up and Win. Wake Up and Win starts June 1st. It is a 21-day mindset flip. Change your mindset, change your life. Okay? Matter of fact, go to my last video. I think it's my last video for last. You'll see what it's about. Anyway, let no negative thought go unchecked. Women only. Wake Up and Win June 1st. We showing up every day, 1 hour a day from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. Make sure you there. Change your mind. Change your mindset. Change your life. Okay? Anyway, you cannot allow these negative thoughts to just run rapid and keep you paralyzed. What are you going to do? Who's going to take care of you if you sit up and just allow these negative thoughts to run with you? Baby, because 60, 65, 70, baby, you'll be 55 before you know it. Time passes fast. You cannot sit here and fool yourself and trick yourself like you're only good enough to work for other people. If you can do it for them, what makes you think you can't do it for yourself? Because they don't care. When are you gonna be tired of being? Listen, they want you to feel bad for being a parent. They don't want you to take care of your kids. They got you on a point system. You get sick, a point. Anybody else get sick, a point. Baby, you could be in the hospital. Well, they don't care. They're giving you a point. I just seen on TikTok, some girl said that she was in a one of her coworkers was in a diabetic coma and they fired her because she pointed out. Do you see what I'm saying? These people do not care. It is time for you to stand up and walk in your power. You have to understand, if you sow the seeds, you'll reap the harvest, baby. You trying to figure out and you trying to go in your head of what's going to happen, but in your head, you're gonna failure. In your head, you lost. In your head, you're defeated. In your head, you trying to figure out every way to lose. That's always everybody. Well, why is somebody gonna pick me? Why would they pick me? What about this? What about that, baby? Listen. You don't have time for that. Listen, when me and my husband started our trucking company, I didn't know what I was doing. But I showed up, gave God something to bless, baby, and the right people came to me to help me with paperwork and everything that I needed to do. We had no choice but to do what we need to do. You have no choice but to thrive. You have to thrive. You got wicked people out here that gonna do whatever they want to do. And if you don't understand your power, if you don't get your mindset in check, baby, you gonna be the one left that they tossing around here. You cannot allow that to happen. If you want to be able to take control of your money and want more money, you're gonna need time. You need freedom to be able to do that. You can't do what you want to do if you give somebody all your time. Hello? Guys, I have created so much, baby, especially for the month of April. When Wake Up and Win, because we started Wake Up and Win April. Baby, I was looking through my laptop yesterday. I was like, oh my gosh, when did I create this? Baby, I'm like, when did I create this? Like, I have created so much, so many witty ideas, and I can create these things, guys, because I have time. I've been up since 4 a.m. this morning. Wake Up and Win is over, baby, but I'm still up winning. I've been up since 4 a.m. I got so much energy, baby, and I'm on kingdom time. God has stretched my time out where I have more time in a day to complete things that I need to complete. I'm showing up every day and I'm giving God something to bless. I don't care what's going on with my natural eye, baby. I ain't got time to whine and pout. I know I'm doing the work. So because I'm doing the work and I'm following a principle, it is a predictive result. I know I'm going to reap a harvest, guys. You have no choice but to boss up now, baby. These people do not care. You need money. Point blank end of period. And if you don't understand that you're money, and if you don't know that you're money, and if you don't know that when you show up, the money has to show up, then you will continue to stay at those people's job and be the money there. Because you are the money. If you don't show up, baby, they not making no money. That's why when people go on strike, baby, they trying to come to a resolution quickly. Because the money is where? Outside in the parking lot holding the signs. Hello, Target then lost a lot of money. Why? Because the money didn't show up. We the people, we're the money. Money is an energy that flows freely to all. But if you have that mindset of scarcity mindset, you got a bad relationship with money, you scared to spend anything, you scared to lose anything, baby, it ain't finna come to you because you imply that you don't need it. So therefore it runs from you. Like, oh, wait a minute. I can't go over there. So you really got to change your mindset and your relationship with money. But listen, you're going to have to be willing to make moves to get you where you need to be, to discover your purpose, honey. Your purpose does not discover you. You discover it. Guys, I done had 70 jobs. Let me tell y'all where it came from. Let's talk about that. Okay, baby, I done had a lot of jobs. But let's talk about some of the jobs I have had. I've worked at the mall. I worked at Coach. I worked at Bath and Body Works. Baby, that was my low. For me, Bath and Body Works was definitely my low. Okay, I done got on top of roofs. I was an insurance adjuster, getting on top of roofs, inspecting the people's roofs. I done sold perfume outside in the parking lot, selling perfume. Baby, I done it all. Do you hear me? So I done the same thing anybody else has done. But what I decided to do was, look, I said, listen, I can't get no lower than this. I didn't already hit the low, baby. I can't go nowhere but up from here. I got sick and tired of not being paid what I'm worth. I got sick and tired of people trying to talk to me about needing to take care of my child. Baby, y'all got me messed up because I'm going to take care of my child. Listen, I don't play no games. Okay? What made me leave corporate America was when my daughter got sick with the flu. This is how I ended up leaving corporate America. I was working at a job. It was a call center job. I was actually on the phone selling sales, right? I've always been good at sales, but phone sales, I was not good at. I told y'all, through knowledge and understanding, a man creates. Everything I touch turned to gold. But I knew nothing about that industry. So I was horrible on the phones. But they kept me around because I had a positive attitude. I've always been positive. So they kept me around until I learned the ropes. Anyway, they called me to pick up my daughter from school because she was running a fever. So I had to go. I think that was on a Wednesday. I remember like it was yesterday. It was on a Wednesday. So on Thursday, of course, I had to call in because she had the flu. So I called in to work. The man answered the phone. He all mad. I'm like, listen, I can't come to work today. He's like, and people calling in and yada. I never called in, so I don't know what his problem was. But anyway, they don't care. He was like, you don't have nobody else to watch? I'm like, no, I don't. He was like, okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow. I said, no, you will not. You'll see me next Friday, because that's what I meant. How in the world I'm going to come to your job tomorrow when I told you my daughter got the flu? You think I'm going to come up in there, baby? You got me messed up. Anyway, I came to work the next Friday, like I said. Baby, we must have been walking each other up in the office, baby, because I had some for them. Y'all, come on. Y'all want to talk to me? I got to talk to y'all, too. Before they can say anything, I said, let me tell y'all something. If my daughter is sick, if my babies are not feeling good, I will not be here. I said, I don't care if I got 1 million people living up in my house, baby. They came out of my glory hole. I'm going to watch them. I'm going to keep them. Okay? I said, so let me tell y'all this again. Fire me right now. Because if my babies are not feeling good, I will not be here. So then she looks at him, he looks at her, and she goes, oh, well, it's not about firing you. Then why are we here? Then why are we in this office? Because you want me to beg for this little job? You want me to apologize for being a parent? I said what I said. So when that happened, I said, you know what? Let me open my eyes. Portia, open your eyes. Look around. Because I'm the one on the phone making the money. Y'all ain't on the phone. I'm the money. That's why y'all mad. Because I ain't at work making you the money. Okay? Making you about 20 G's a week or whatever. Whatever I was making you, I was making it for you. I said, let me see how these people get these contracts. Let me see what they doing. So I could do the same thing. I stuck around to see how they was getting the contracts. That's all I needed to know. Let me look around, baby. Now blinders are off. No. I can't. I'm not comfortable. No. Soon as I found out, I started my own business doing the exact same thing. And brought one of the girls with me that was working there. She was good on the phone, baby. That made $2,000 for that minute. Listen. Because they got me messed up. I'm the money. You think you finna be around here trying to tell me I can't take care of mine and I'm making you the money? Y'all don't realize that y'all the money. They banking on you to continue to believe that you not worth it and you need them. Baby, you don't need them. You can go out here and make when you show up, the money show up. Learn something. I don't care what you do, baby. Do something. Put a link in your bio. You need to listen. This is not the time to have one stream of income. You need more than one. You need 9, 10, $600, 10. You need 10 streams of income. That's what you need. Or at least get your foot in the door. Baby, you can get started for $100 a day. Payment plans. Scissor, Shop Pay, Klarna, Afterpay. Okay? Start somewhere. But you're going to have to do something. Because the excuses and you playing with the mind and letting the mind drag you to and fro, it's not working. You was created to thrive. Wake up and win. Waking up is, I woke up this morning. Baby, that ain't enough. Who else? What else woke up this morning, baby? Your dog woke up this morning. Your cat, a rat woke up this morning, baby. Wake up. You have purpose. Wake up and thrive. Be light. Show yourself out here. Do what other people ain't willing to do so you can reach back and pull other people with you, baby. Everybody not courageous. People shaking in their boots, scared to try something new, terrified. Terrified. You got people right now in prison for life that was scared to start a business. Hello, I'm finna go. Anyway, what question finna go, y'all? What question before I leave? I'm finna go.